Hey there guys, this is JauntyM back with another video. I want to talk about Anthem as this looks like one of the most promising games coming out so far in the next year. As per the E3 game trailer and gameplay, what we know so far is that it's sort of a single player story driven game with multiplayer being a choice and an option that's not something that would be necessary all the time. Even though they say that there would be no loot boxes, if it feels like this game would have DLC parts to continue with the story later on, as they mentioned that the story would be added for years to come. It's basically a shooter game with the only new thing or twist that we are getting a Javelin suit that they can fly, they can go in the water, do lots of stuff, and the whole story is going to be based on this kind of a suit. It's almost like a twist of Titanfall mixed with Destiny. So flying doesn't really look very immersive or impressive so far in the game because it's really slow. It's almost like a slow walk, although we can't really say for sure if that's going to be the final top speed in the game as well. Same suit can go in the water as well as it can fly. So it's almost like a slight variation of the Destiny format where you can go somewhere and shoot. You have a lot of classes because the suits have classes as well. There are different kinds of suits like Ranger, Colossus, Interceptor, and Storm so far with different abilities. So again, we have classes in Destiny and we have classes in the suits as well, and different suits can perform different tasks. So the only thing is that the suit can fly, and in Destiny you can just double jump and do some other kind of stuff. And sometimes, in Destiny as well, you can fly using, some propulsion portals or stuff like that. You can do that as well. So it's not something very different once you compare it to Destiny. Now, the only thing that's going to create a difference is going to be the story. If the story is good enough or not. That's my point here. That seems like we have fought forces, that we have to fight the forces called the Anthem of Creation, who have mutated the world. Like we saw on the big spider thing popping out of a hole in the gameplay. I'll have a link to the actual gameplay of the game as well. The story actually sounds kind of like a clone of Destiny, where we have some huge evil forces trying to kill everything, and a group of so just us have to go and fight them off. So I wonder how long the story mode would be, and since they mentioned that there would be parts of story added in future, I'm sure there's going to be a DLC or two. Are they trying to introduce this game as a service where we keep on buying the DLC time after time to continue with the game? Watching the online gameplay and reviews does give the game a lot of promise. Like I said, so far this is the best looking game from E3, but I'm also skeptical for this game and wouldn't want to pre-order or buy the game early because I would like to see how it performs first and then divulge into it. Because so far from the looks of it, it's more like a clone of original Dusty idea than something new. Giving us jetpacks doesn't mean that this game is actually automatically going to be a big smash hit. Like what the trailer suggests, it's really going to come down to the story of the game and what it's going to offer to the gamers, because gamers want an immersive experience where once they make a choice they get different outcomes. Is it going to be a linear game where outcomes don't really matter as the choices would be linear, or could we drive the story to a point that it would simply be ours instead of giving us the same experience everyone else be getting? Because if we're getting just that, there's so many other games doing the same kind of things. We have Call of Duty, we have Titanfall, we have Destiny, and so many other shooter games. So if Anthem follows the exact same track and its days could be numbered, as we already have these kind of games that I just mentioned, just like Titanfall, people could play it for a while. After that, they would just forget about it. The other aspect that I don't like about Destiny, since I'm comparing this game to Destiny, is that even though Destiny is an amazing game, but there's a lot of repetition in the game. Repetition of same type of assets and maps that you have to go to again and again for pointless ornaments or upgrades. Where Destiny failed is to give us choices in the storyline and make our journey unique. It's plainly a game where we go somewhere, shoot thousands, then come back to get new orders to shoot something else. So if Anthem is going to do much of the same thing, that I don't think it's going to do very well overall. So these are the kind of things that EA might be considering before launching the game, but since they mentioned that the story is going to be very unique, it's going to be a wonderful experience. Let's see what happens. It's coming out on February 22nd, 2019. That's the date so far that they have given us. So with that, JauntyM signing out. You let me know in the comment section what you think about the game. So you have a nice day. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.